Guys, as you have seen in your screen, a router without protection is simply an open door to your entire network. While discussing router security basic, password, and access control, we will cover the fundamental steps to build a strong digital shield around your network and keep unauthorized user out. Okay, let's proceed. Why router security matters? A router is a gateway of every network. If left unsecured, attackers can intercept traffic, redirect data, or shut down entire system. According to Odom 2019, router security begins with basic access control, and neglecting this fundamental leaves network critically exposed. This involves triple A's. First, authentication, verifying an identity of anyone attempting to access the router, locally or remotely. This process of verifying the user identity before granting access to a system. And networking, it ensures that only authorized user can access routers and network resources. So we have next is the authorization, defining what authenticated user are permitted to do once inside the router CLI. Process of granting or restricting access to resources after a user has been authenticated. It defines what action a user can perform within a system, such as viewing, editing, or configuring network setting. And then we have the accounting, logging all access and command activity for audit trail and incident response. Refer to a process of tracking and recording user activity within a system. It helps administrator to monitor access, audit action, and ensure accountability and network usage. So, bakit ba natin kailangan i-secure ang router? Kasi kapag nakapasok ang hacker, kontrolado na nila yung buong internet traffic ninyo. Dito papasok yung tinatawag na nating AAA framework. Isipin mo na ang router ay parang isang sikat na theme park. Ang authentication ay yung pag-check ng ticket mo sa entrance para ma-verify kung sino ka. And ang authorization ay yung VIP wristband. Ang wristband mo na nagsasabing ano lang ang pwede mong sakyan. Halimbawa, pwede kang sumakay sa Ferris wheel. Pero bawal kang sa roller coaster. At ang accounting naman ay yung mga CCTV camera na nagre-record ng lahat ng ginagawa mo sa loob ng park. So, paano nga ba natin umpisahan ang pag-secure nito? Siyempre, magsimula tayo sa paglalagay ng mga locks. Tignan natin sa next ang iba't ibang klase ng password sa isang router. Now, the password security. We have the types of router. First, the enable password. Stored in a plain text in running config. Also, enable password allow access to privilege mode. Avoid using this because it's not secure, also weak, and stored in a plain text. Then we have the enable secret. Strongly preferred stored as MD5 hash, unreadable in a config file. Use this always. The enable secret is also used to access privileged ESEC mode, but it is encrypted. Next is the console password. For lock physical console port access, essential for preventing walk-up instruction, a console password secure direct physical access. to the router using a console cable, and BTY password for remote access. We can use the secure shell or SSH or telnet for our remote access lines. Should always be paired with SSH, not telnet. This allowing administrator to configure it from another device. So, for more further, maraming pinto ang isang router. Kaya kailangan din natin ng iba't ibang klase ng susi. Ang enable password ay madaling basahin kaya dapat iwasan. Ang enable secret ang the best na kasi naka-hide siya. Kailangan din natin lagyan ng lock ang physical na sasakyan o console. At yung connection, kapag malayo yung user, yung BTY, isipin mo yung router parang sasakyan. Isipin mo yung router parang sasakyan, kapag walang console password, parang naiwan mong nakabukas yung pinto ng kotse mo. Kahit sinong dumaan, pwedeng sumakay at mag-drive. Yung enable secret naman ay parang susing may special microchip na sobrang hirap gayahin ng mga magnanakaw. Pero wait lang. Paano kung may makapasok sa system at makita ang mismong listahan ng password natin? Dito papasok yung next topic natin, kung paano itatago ang mga password na ito para hindi mabasa. We have the encrypting stored password. So the problem is the most password in the Cisco iOS running config are stored in a plain text. Anyone with read access to the config file can instantly see all password. The command service password encryption applies weak type 7 zipper to line password. But this is easily revisable and should not be relied upon alone. And we have the solution. Is always use enable secret. Instead of enable password, which stored your password as the one-way MD5 hash, it cannot be revised even if someone read the config file. And the secret keyword for username, which apply a strong SHA 256 encryption. So kapag chinek ng hacker yung setting ng router natin, makikita nila ng malinaw ang password mo kung plain text lang ito. Kaya kailangan natin i-encrypt o scrambled yung mga words. Ang pinaka-safe gawin ay gumamit ng secret command para maging unreadable hash ito. Kung naka-enable password ang password mo ay, let's say, password ng na word gamit yung uppercase, lowercase with the special character and numbers, makikita yan ng hacker ang buo-buo. Pero kapag encrypted gamit ang secret command, ang nakikita lang niya ay parang random na letters at numbers tulad ng merong uppercase, lowercase at special character with numbers. Parang nagsusulat ka ng top secret message gamit ang invisible ink, kahit na makita ng hacker ang papel, wala silang maiintindihan. So, okay, secure na yung password natin sa loob. Pero paano kapag nag-aayos tayo ng router mula sa ibang lugar? Sa next slide, dito na yung pag-uusapan natin ang alin ang mas safe na paraan para mag-connect. So, we have SSH versus Telnet, securing remote access. Telnet transmit all data including usernames and password in a plain text over the network. Any attackers with the packet sniffer can capture credential instantly. So Telnet is insecure because it transmits all data in a plain text, allowing attackers with packet sniffer like Wireshark to capture credential instantly. How about SSH or Secured Shell version 2? Encrypted all session data using a systematic key exchange. Password and commands are never transmitted in a plain text. So SSH version 2 is the standard and a secure because it's encrypted all session data using a systematic key exchange. Kapag nag-configure tayo ng router mula sa malayo, kailangan natin ng sasakyan para i-send ang command natin. May dalawa tayong opsyon, yung telnet at SSH. Kapag telnet ang ginamit mo, super unsafe kasi hindi nakatago yung tinatype mo. Parang nagpapadala ito ng postcard sa post office, kahit sinong kartiro o dumaan ay mababasa agad ang nakasulat na password mo. Pero kapag SSH version 2, secure siya, parang nagpapadala ka ng love letter na nakakandado sa loob ng isang heavy duty na bakal na bolt. Ikaw lang yung router na may susi para mabuksan ito. So, secured na ang pinto natin. Paano naman yung mga gwardiya na sasalubong sa pagpasok na internet traffic? Ipapakita ko yan sa ating next topic. We have the access control list. So, is an order. It's a set of permit deny rules that a ruler applies to network traffic. They are the primary controlling who can access the routers and what traffic flows through it. We have the standard ACLs 1-99 filter traffic based on a source IP address only. Simple but limited base place close to the destination. So they are the simply but limited because they cannot specify destination or type of traffic. And we have the extended ACLs 100 to 199. Filter by source IP, destination IP, protocol, and port. Granular control base place close to the source. For extended ACLs, provide more control because they can filter traffic based on the source, destination, protocol, and port number, making them more secure and flexible. Ang ACLs ay parang bouncer ng network. Siya ang humarang at may hawak ng guest list kung sino lang ang allowed o permit na pumasok at sino ang bawal o deny. May dalawang klase ito. Ang standard ACL ay parang shell na bouncer sa party na nagtatanong lang, ano ang pangalan mo? Sige, pasok. Ganyan. At ang extended ACLs, ito ay parang sobrang strict na bouncer sa airport. Nagtatanong ito ng anong pangalan mo, saan, destination, anong mga bagahe mo. Marami siyang mga tanong. At kung di mo yan masagot or may nakita siyang kakaiba, denied. Bawal kang pumasok. Ngayon, may strict na bouncer na tayo. Paano naman natin malalaman kung sino yung mga bibigyan natin ng sariling ID o account sa router natin? Dito, we have AAA security and local user database. AAA defines authentication o who you are, verify identity via username and password, token or certificate. It's a process of verifying a user identity. It ensures that only legitimate user can access the router. And we have for authorization or what you can do. Assign privilege level and restrict available commands. This defines that a user is allowed to do after being authenticated. It limits access based on the role and permission. And we have the accounting. What did you do? Log all commands and session for auditing and compliance. Accounting track and records user activity, allowing administrator and monitor access and maintain security. We set up local user with specific privilege such as username admin, privilege 15 secret password for full access, and username read only, privilege 1 secret, version 1 only for view user. So dito natin a-apply yung triple A's na nabanggit ko kanina. Gagawa tayo ng kanya-kanyang ID account para sa mga tao. Importante ito para masigurado o masiguro na hindi lahat ng nakapasok sa system ay nakakagalaw ng kahit anong setting. Halimbawa, gagawa tayo ng user account para sa boss na admin na may master key o privilege 15 para pwede niyang baguhin lahat. Tapos gagawa rin tayo ng account na read-only para naman ito sa mga OJT or bisita. Pwede lang sila tumingin pero wala silang power na mag-delete o mag-edit ng configuration. So nabanggit ko na yung privilege 15. So ano ba ang ibang levels ng power ng mga users? At ano ang mangyayari kung makalimutan nilang mag-log out? Tignan natin ang sagot with the next. We have the privilege level and session timeout. The first level is the level 15, the super admin with the full access to all commands assigned to network engineering only. Super admin has a full access to all routers and configuration and setting, making it the highest level of privilege. And we have the level 7 operator, custom subnet commands defined by the administrator typically show, ping, or trace route. The operator level is a mid-level access that allows limited administrative tasks without full control of the router. And we have the level 1 is user ISIC with the only basic display command, no configuration capability. User ISIC mode provides limited access and is typically used for basic monitoring only. The ISIC timeout automatically disconnect the session to prevent unauthorized access. Ang privilege level ay parang rank ng isang laro o video game. Ang level 15 ang pinakamataas. Parang nandiyan na yung lahat ng item kung saan kaya mong gawin sa lahat ng level. Ang level 7 ay may limitadong power lang. Habang ang level 1 ay parang newbie, baguhan ka lang. O mode na basic viewing lang. Bukod dito may napakagandang security feature tayo na tinatawag na session timeout o ISIC timeout. Parang auto-lock screen ito ng cellphone mo kapag nag-login ka sa router tapos bigla kang tumayo para kumain. kusa itong magla-log out pagkatapos ng ilang minuto para hindi ito mapagtripan ng ibang tao o mayroong gawin. Para mas may imagine natin kung gaano ito ka-effective sa totoong buhay, magbigay tayo ng real world example sa ating next discussion. So, tignan natin. We have here the security in the hotel environment. First is to use the protecting POS and billing system. Hotel process hundreds of credit card transactions daily. ECLs can be configured to restrict access to POS network segment. Only authorized terminals can reach the billing server. Extended ACLs block all other traffic on port 443 TCP. So, POS and billing system must be secured because they process sensitive financial data by isolating them in a separate network and applying strict access control. We can prevent unauthorized access and ensure data protection. The second is separating guest and staff network. Using BTY password and interface ECLs, routers enforce strict separation between the guest Wi-Fi, VLAN, and internal staff management network. Guests can access the internet but cannot reach internal server, reservation system, or administrative console. Separating guests and staff network ensures that the hotel guests cannot access internal system. This protect sensitive data and maintain network stability. And the third one is secure remote management. Hotel IT staff often manage routers remotely from offsite by SSH version 2 with a strong password and ASIC timeout. Ensure sessions are encrypted and auto-terminate when ideal. Critical during night shift when equipment may go unattended. So, secure remote management always allows administrator to access the router safety from remote location using secure shell authentication and access control ensure that only authorized user can manage the network. So, isipin nyo, naka-check-in tayo sa isang hotel at naka-connect sa guest Wi-Fi para mag-scroll na sa TikTok or other apps. Paano kung may isang hacker doon sa guest na gustong pasukin ang system ng cashier para nakawin ang credit card number ng iba? Dahil sa solid na router security at dahil may magagaling tayong browser o ECLs na pinaghiwalay ang network ng guest at staff, hindi siya makakalusot. Nakablock siya agad. Protected din na ang IT staff ng hotel dahil gumamit siya ng SSH kapag nag-aayos ng internet mula sa kanilang bahay or naka-remote siya. At nag-auto timeout ito kapag nakatulong nila sa trabaho. So, napakalaking tulong. Kaya para i-wrap ang report ko at kunin ang pinaka-lesson natin o pupunta na tayo sa conclusion. We have here the conclusion and reference. So, the conclusion is router security is not optional. It is a foundational. Strong password policies, encrypted storage, SSH only, remote access, and well-crafted ECLs from a layer defense that protect every device behind the router. So, ang router security is essential because it is protect the entire network by using strong password, encrypted storage, secure remote access like SSH, and proper access control lists. We create multiple layers of defense. This layered approach ensures that even if one security measure fails, other protection are still in the place to keep the network safe. So halimbawa, bilang pagtatapos ng security ay parang layer ng sibuyas. Hindi sapat ang isang password lang. Kailangan natin ng pagsamahin ang enable secret, SSH, at ECLs para magkaroon tayo ng layer defense. Maganda i-practice ninyo muna ang mga commands na ito packet tracer. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. I hope you learned.